Weeks before students hit the hallways, school administrators were confident this year would go smoothly during the pandemic. In fact, we regularly heard them saying, "We have a plan. We are much more prepared to handle this school year."
Now school districts across the state are changing that plan. But what does that mean for our students? Our Claire Kreitz spoke to superintendents across the state who answer that question.
It's no secret virtual learning is not going the way teachers, parents, and students thought it would. In fact, many districts are dropping one of their learning options and even dropping classes one day a week. Now district leaders are worried this could have a lasting effect on a large group of their kids. Pre-COVID, students were tying their shoes, packing their bags, and getting on the bus, all to be in their seats by the time the first bell rings. This year, however, many students are trading the desk for the kitchen table.
We felt like we were in a much better place than we were last spring coming into the fall.
Little Rock School District Superintendent Michael Poore is echoing what just about every district leader thought going into this year. After months of planning, districts created 3 learning options they felt would tackle each student's needs. Traditional, which is strictly in the classroom, virtual, which is strictly online, and blended, a mixture of the two. But there was one thing this plan didn't take into account.
We had teachers that were standing up here at 6 and 7 o'clock in the evenings at night. It was just a huge task for them. So
they were working late into the night. They were working Saturdays and Sundays to try to plan for the best experiences for both students on site and students virtually.
North Little Rock Superintendent Dr. Keith McGee and Hot Springs Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Nahus say all 3 options created a burden on teachers to try and reach all 3 groups of students. Finding those online students are a bit tougher to connect with.
That motivation has to be there,
especially when they may not even be logging on.
And that is the struggle, I think, for all of us, is how to ensure that those students who might not be as self-motivated stay engaged and get the supports that they need to be successful.
Because of this, Little Rock, North Little Rock, and Hot Springs school districts decided to drop the blended option.
You know, it would be silly if we just said, "Oh, we made this decision in August and we're sticking with this." That's not the world we're living in right now.
Still, these superintendents say that's not enough.
We had to do something. That's why we kind of modified our schedule to go to virtual learning Fridays.
North Little Rock School District implemented one day a week that is strictly virtual.
To relieve them of some of that time where they can spend just to collaborate, plan the lessons.
Little Rock and Hot Springs school districts only have an early release day during the week, but they are both looking at taking a full day.
We've got to be aware of how that impacts parent schedules. We have to be aware that every time we go virtual, we also face the risk of possibly having a kid disengaged because the structure isn't quite there. And then finally, we got to think about our teachers.
From many students just not adapting to learning through a screen to cutting out an entire day of learning each week, it begs the question, are students getting the same education they did pre-pandemic?
That's the goal, but the reality, in my professional opinion, I don't think that we're there yet.
Until they do get there, Poore says this could have a lasting impact on students.
We face the risk of having a pretty significant chunk of student population that falls farther behind and is not prepared for the next transition into a different grade level. So, you know, that's scary, you know, for I think any of us as administrators, and should be for our community.
Nahus is confident as teachers get more time to focus on those virtual students, the gap will shrink. But ultimately, there's only so much teachers can do through a screen.
We can provide the best when our students are in the classroom with us.
Correct.
And that I don't think will ever change, even in this virtual world.
As the pandemic wears on, district leaders are trying to find the balance between giving teachers a manageable workload while making sure students don't fail virtually. All 3 superintendents say they won't know how far students are falling behind until they do their state assessment. They all listed various resources for virtual students and their parents. They say it's important to reach out to their teachers and the district about any problems students may be facing right now. Back to you.